welcome to my core video. As you can see, I'm sitting on the ground. We're going to be doing most of our work on the ground. There are a few exercises we'll be doing standing up. But as a welcome, I wanted to welcome you to the Core Crusher. No weights. No weights. Okay, so one big key thing is I couldn't find my sit-up pad or my yoga pad that I normally do sit-ups on. For a while, doing sit-ups, if you do them on just normal floor, concrete floor, carpet, you're gonna probably feel it in your tailbone. I've done sit-ups and rug burned my tailbone, which sucks. So just try to do them under something if you can, and it helps out a lot. So anyways, we'll get straight into it. First exercise we're gonna do is the crunch. So pretty much when you're doing a crunch, you can either do them with your feet off the ground, do them with your feet on the ground. Those are your only two options, I guess. When you come up, and you can do them with your hands like this or behind your head. You want your chin to be down. A lot of people will say as you come up, you want your chin to be up. But even if it's down like this, it's fine. So before you even come up at all, you want to engage your abdominals and then come up. And I don't say to sit up there. You just want to pretty much come up until you feel your abdominals lock in place and feel them strain, and then come back down. And if you're just beginning this, you want to do 10 reps at a max just to get the strength. And then later on you can build up to doing higher reps. But if you can do it's all 3 sets, so or 4 sets if you want to do once you get used to it. But 3 to 4 sets of 10 to whatever amount of ridiculous reps you want to do. But the more reps you do with no weights, the better results you're going to get. So don't kill yourself, but work for it as hard as you can, I guess. So after you do crunches, so we'll go over the crunch one more time. Engage, crunch, come down. That was more of a sit-up, sorry. Let's have it. So engage, crunch, come down. After that, you're going to do leg raises. What I found helps with the whole tailbone butt thing is if you take your hands and stick them right under your butt cheeks, it gets it elevated off the ground, which actually gets you in a good pelvis position. You can either have your legs bent if they're too hard to keep them straight forward, but all you're going to do is raise your legs up. You can actually raise them up all the way and then back down. You want to hold your feet about, 3 to 6 inches off the ground as the starting point, and then go up and then come back down to that 3 to 6 inch area. As you get tired, it's all right if your heels touch the ground. Just don't rest them there as long as you can. Just tap them if you have to, and then come back up. So after leg raises, you're gonna do sit-ups. I did a preview of those earlier when I started the video. Pretty much just start here, come straight up, and then back down. So you just want your core to touch, your abdominals to touch your thighs and your knees. After that, you're going to go straight into doing, I call them N-ups or frog kicks, because you take like an N shape. So you're going to start here. You can either do them with your hands out here or your hands under your butt. But pretty much you start with your legs like this, come straight out and back a little bit, then back up. And just do them like that. After that, you're going to do scissor kicks. You're going to start with your feet 6 inches off the ground. 3 to 6 inches. Just straight out to the side. And actually, you can either do them with your feet touching, or you can do them like this. So this is 1, 2, 3, just like that. So after that, you're going to do flutter kicks. That's another one where you can put your hands under your butt. Keep your feet 6 inches off the ground. And just like that. Kind of like you're swimming on your back. Keeping your head up doesn't really matter. You can rest your head down if you want. But I always find myself keeping my head up so I can kind of watch the position of my feet. And if you point your toes, it's a little different. Not too much. You can bend your knees a bit if you want when you do them, if it starts getting really hard. After that, you're going to go into doing V-ups. These are a little hard. If you can't do, I'll do the regular V-up right now. So you can start kind of like the down position of the N up. Get your hands up. Come straight up like you're trying to touch your feet. Just like that. If you can't do them like that until you build the strength to do them, I'd say always attempt it. But if you can't do it, it's no big deal. Just try to work for it. So get your feet 6 inches off the ground. You're laying down. Bring your legs up like this, and then crunch up as far as you can. And after a while, you'll start building the strength. So when you're crunched up, after you come back down, you drop, bring your legs back down 6 inches, and then bring them back up and crunch as far as you can. And that's going to help you build the strength to do a V-up, along with the other exercises. So that's pretty much it for the just your abs portion. We're going to do obliques now. Most of these are standing. You can do your normal twists. Anything you can use as a weight. A ball works too. And the farther you hold it out, or your hands out, I like to do them like this if I don't have any weights, or like this. So you can do them just side to side, like this. You can do them to where you're coming down and up, like this. Some pistol pointing. Or you can do them like this. That's going to get your obliques to engage. You want to kind of keep your core locked in when you're doing it. After you do those, you're going to do side bends. As a weightlifter doing side bends, you got a weight in one hand or in both hands, and you're leaning over to one side. No weights, you're going to just bring your hands straight up in the air, and you can actually do these with light weights or water bottles or whatever. And you're just going to get your feet a little closer than shoulder width apart, and just bend over to the side until you feel your obliques engage. Come up, bend over to the other side, come up, and that's one. And just like with the twists, you do one side and then the other, and that's one. Come back, do one side then the other, and that's two. So it's a two count. After you do side bends, you're going to go into doing wipers. These are a little hard, but you can, if it's too hard for you to do them, if you can do like only 2 or 3 the normal way, which is with your feet in the air, put your hands on the side, let's come to one side, and then the other side, and then back up, and that's one. If that's too hard, bend your knees and do them like this after a while, and just like that. The more you bend your knees doing this, the harder it gets. The easier it gets. It'd be nice if this was the harder one. So just do it like this. If you can only do 3 or 4 the normal way. And after a while, you start building the strength. Pretty much just with ab exercises, do it what's going to make you feel it the most, and then after that, you should be okay. After that, you're going to go into doing side crunch, so laying on the ground, just like the normal crunch, and just come up to the side. You want to make sure you crunch up until you feel your obliques flex and tighten up, and then come back down. You can do them with your feet, one with a leg in the air or both legs in the air, and just come straight up to where it's like you're trying to touch your heels to your elbow. And then after you do one side like that, you switch over, do the other side. You can either do either way. After you do that, you're going to go into standing one leg side crunch. Bit of a balance thing. So you stand on one side, get one leg up like this, and just stand like this, and do it like that. And it's okay if you start losing your balance, you put your toe on the ground, come up. You can do it with one arm out like this. And then after you do after you do your set of those, you're going to switch over to the other side and do them. And that's going to help work your balance. Any balance exercise pretty much works your core out, which is a plus. And that's it for the obliques portion. And since this is core, you're going to be working out your hams, or as most people call them, your glutes. I like calling them your hams. First exercise you're going to do is fire hydrants. Get on all fours like this. It's kind of like a dog lifting his leg to pee. Look straight forward. Bring your leg up and then back down. And up and back down. And then after you do your set of 10 or however many like that, you switch over to the other side and do them like that. And in tune, that's technically one set. After you do those, you're going to go straight into doing donkey kicks. Keep your head looking forward, and instead of bringing your feet to the side, you bring one knee up and then bring it back. Make sure you're not kicking the wall like I just did. Just bring it straight back, point your toe, come in, back. And then after that one, you're going to switch, bring your knee up and then back. Just like that. After that, you can do a bridge or lying hip thrust. You can do these off a stability ball if you have one, or a bench. Pretty much you just lay on your back, you can put your hands on the ground, get your feet a little far out, and you just thrust your hips up. You hold for a second, or 3, or however many you want to hold. You're going to feel it in your glutes, in your hips, and then you come back down, and straight back up. Do your set of those. After that, you're going to lie on your side. Keep one leg out, and actually support yourself a little bit. Keep one leg out. And pretty much with your toe, you're going to trace a box, and then come back the other way and trace. And do 10 one way, and then 10 the other way. And then after you do that set of 10, you're going to switch over and do the other side. And then the next exercise after that is just doing crosses like that. So just up, down, left, right, just like that. And then you switch your legs. And then the one after that, lay it on your side. I'll do it from the back view. You hold your foot out. You're going to just trace a figure 8 with your foot. That's going to work your glutes out and also stability of your legs. And that's it. Hopefully this works out for you guys. Like I said, for the exercises where you're doing both sides, or you have to differentiate each side, do 4 sets as a normal, so you're doing 2 sets for each side. Everything else, do 3 sets. Rep range is all up to you. 5, 10, whatever, just make sure it's working out for you. Thanks for watching. Peace.